What's up, guys? This is Alex Alvern back again today to talk about my first impressions of the new anime series Dorohedoro. Winter 2020 is continuing strong with this premiere yesterday, and I gotta say, I'm really enjoying the series. But, before we get into it, just wanted to give a friendly reminder to please subscribe if you haven't already, and also click that bell icon to be notified of all my new content. So, coming into the series, I didn't really know what to expect. I knew it was a darkly comedic action show. I knew the setting was a dystopian urban environment. And I know our protagonist was this lizard man searching for answers. But other than that, the trailers and the show summary were fairly confusing and open-ended, which in a weird way kind of piqued my curiosity. And after seeing this episode, I think that that's what this series is all about. The setting is a world where sorcerers from another world or dimension have essentially invaded this world, which is called the Whole. And these sorcerers pretty much slaughter and experiment on the humans who live in the Whole with impunity. They turn them into these insects and do things like that to improve on their own sorcery skills. Now, our main protagonist is this guy named Kaimon, who has the body of a human and the head of a lizard, and he goes on these missions with his female partner to slay these sorcerers, which he's able to do, pretty easily from what it looks like, since the magic that turned him into this lizard also seems to prevent other sorcerers' magic from working on him. And the reason why he's going down and hunting down all these sorcerers is because he's looking for the sorcerer who turned him into a lizard in the first place and caused him to lose all of his memories. Now, the general absurdity of this anime makes it pretty different than, anything that I've really seen before. You have, a combination of a grungy setting, a powerful and darkly comedic lizard man protagonist, and these sorcerers who quite frankly don't seem to really have all their goings on in order. They seem quite disorganized and like a bunch of confused individuals, really. It's like this ragtag band of magic users. So, it kind of reminds me of like a street gang of sorts. The animation style is also, pretty familiar actually, and I'm thinking to use this similar animation technology or style with what's being used in shows like Knights of Sidonia or Baki, some of the stuff we see on Netflix, where it looks like a layered polygons are moved in a 3D studio rather than just being raw frame by frame hand-drawn animation style. And I don't think that's bad at all. I'd actually say it's fairly good. But it is very distinct from some other anime that we typically see. I think the first episode gives us a pretty good idea of how some of the mechanics in this world work. First of all, it looks like the sorcerers can enter the Whole through various doors that lead them from their dimension to the Whole, and only they are able to open or close these doors. When they use their magic, there seems to be this distinct blackish dust that flows around the area in which they're casting their magic. We haven't really, seen the abilities of many sorcerers yet, but given that it was one guy who was turning folks into insects and that was his distinct signature, I think it's fair to assume that each sorcerer either has, a different ability or chooses to focus on a different area of sorcery. I think we can expect that moving forward, but we're only one episode in, so we'll see. It also appears, based on what we saw towards the end of the episode, that when you kill a sorcerer, the effects of his magic seem to be dispelled. So it'll be interesting to see how broadly this holds true and whether it still occurs on more permanent or complete levels of sorcery. Let's say, magic is cast on someone that causes him to be in either a near-death state or even killed. Will killing that sorcerer reverse that? I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see. The two main characters, Kaimon and his partner Nikaido, they seem fairly competent in terms of fighting ability, and they have an interesting friendship going on between them. Apart from when Nikaido gets bested by that insect sorcerer, they both seem to be able to take down their sorcerer attackers using a refined level of martial arts, and I think that's fun, enjoyable to watch. It seems like they often wear these gimp-like suits when they're fighting sorcerers, although not always. So, I'm wondering what the purpose of these outfits is, or whether it's just an interesting fashion statement given the darkly urban setting of the show. The first episode did leave us with a few open mysteries that will, I think, be key as the show, moves forward. We have that that first sorcerer who Kaimon killed at the beginning of the episode dropped some sort of egg. It looks like, that was deposited into a pool by his partner sorcerer. So we don't really know what that means yet or what those implications are. We also saw that sorcerer with the skull head at the end. Though how she ends up is unknown, since it looks like Kaimon, sort of ripped her face clean off towards the end of the episode. But given that we didn't hear her answer of what the face inside of Kaimon said, I think it's safe to assume that she's going to continue to play an important role as the series progresses. I don't think that they killed her off yet. At least that's my prediction. I'm curious to see the dynamic of the Sorcerer Society as well, whether they all fall under one leader, or whether there are factions within their group. We've already seen a little bit about what the urban area of the whole, what that society is like. It's kind of this dark, like downtown grungy area. It'll be interesting to see, what the other side of that door looks like. So, those are my thoughts. Overall, would I recommend the show for you to watch? I'm going to go ahead and give it, a solid yes, depending on what kind of shows you're into. I'll throw in a disclaimer that it is a bit gory, and if you think you'd like a show that's kind of a cross between a Cowboy Bebop and an Ito Junji collection, I'd recommend giving it a go. See if it tickles your fancy. You might enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and or evening wherever you are. Before you go, I would like to ask you one quick favor. If you liked the video, please do click that like button. If you want to see more of my content, please click subscribe. And if you really enjoy my content and you want to be notified of when my new videos come out, please go ahead and click on that bell icon as well. It really helps with supporting my channel. Thanks again for watching. This is Alex Alvern, and I'd love to see you in the next one.